All right, picture this. You're on a late-night train, the carriage is mostly empty, and all you can hear is the clack, clack, clack of the wheels on the track. Seems totally normal, right? But what if I told you this specific train has a dark secret? One that happens every single night. Yeah, let's get into this spooky story.
I know, it's a weird question to ask, but on this train, it's a question of life and death. Because a simple little snack, something you wouldn't think twice about, becomes a one-way ticket to something absolutely terrifying.
So here we are, on this train, with its, let's call it a terrifying secret. There's a supernatural thing that has a routine, a really horrible routine. And every single night, the same warning goes out. And every single night, somebody ignores it.
So, just as the train is pulling up to a place called Rajgarh Station, this guy just jumps up and screams, "Rajgarh Station is coming! Everyone be alert!" And then, poof, he just closes his eyes and goes completely silent, almost like he's fallen asleep. All the other regular passengers do the same thing. The whole carriage just goes dead quiet. So, what are they all so scared of?
Well, the thing they're afraid of is a woman. She gets on the train, her face is hidden behind this long veil, and she's selling bhel puri, you know, that amazing spicy puffed rice snack. But here's the thing, she is no ordinary street vendor. She's actually a witch, a malevolent spirit known in South Asian folklore as a chudail.
Okay, so what is a chudail exactly? For anyone who doesn't know, think of a really, really powerful and dangerous ghost or witch. And this one, her method is unique. The bhel puri she's selling, it's cursed. The moment you eat it, you're done for. She doesn't even want your money. No, she wants you. She literally drags her victims right off the train to, well, consume them.
But look, it's not all doom and gloom. Not everyone on this train is a helpless victim. There are actually two people who've decided to fight back. They've made it their life's mission to stop this thing, riding this exact same train night after night after night. Remember the guy who shouts the warning? That's Pankaj. He and his wife Radhika are on this train every single night, and they have one job, and one job only, to warn anyone new about this bhel puri witch and try to save them.
But, you know, their mission is almost impossible. They're literally begging people, don't buy it, don't eat it. She's a witch, she'll take you. But what do you think happens? Most people just think they're completely insane. I mean, the smell of fresh bhel puri is just too tempting. And so, night after night, they have to watch helplessly as the witch gets another victim. The cycle just keeps on going.
They were getting desperate, so they even tried to go to the authorities. They went to the station master, this guy named Raghubai, and begged him to just stop the train, cancel the service. And his reaction? He literally laughed at them, told them he's not stopping a whole train line for some ghost story. So yeah, Pankaj and Radhika were completely on their own. So Radhika realizes that just shouting warnings isn't cutting it. They need a new plan. They have to get proactive. And she comes up with this absolutely genius idea. It's a plan born out of pure desperation, and frankly, it's pretty brilliant. They're going to fight bhel puri with bhel puri. Check out this strategy. It's so clever. Radhika decides to beat the witch at her own game. So she makes a whole bunch of delicious bhel puri at home. Then they get on the train before the chudail shows up, and Radhika starts selling her own bhel puri to all the passengers for just 10 rupees. The idea? Get everyone full and happy on her safe snack, so when the witch comes around, nobody's hungry. She's literally stealing her customer base. And you know what? It worked. It totally worked. Radhika sells out completely. So by the time the chudail gets on the train with her creepy call of, "Bhel puri, get your bhel puri," crickets. Nobody wants any. For the first time, it feels like they've actually won. But you didn't think the witch would just give up that easily, did you? She's not leaving without a snack. And this is where things get really intense. This is the moment everything changes. Because even though everyone is full, one passenger is still kind of tempted by what the witch is offering. And that leads to a showdown. The chudail walks right up to this young woman and offers her a plate. And she says something so chilling. She says, "One bite, and you'll never eat again." Now, she's being literal, but the passenger doesn't get it. She's about to take a bite, when Radhika just flies in between them, screaming, "Don't eat it! She's a witch! She will take you!" She's trying so desperately to make this person understand the danger they're in. But the passenger is still hesitating, still tempted. And in that split second, Radhika makes a choice.
In this incredible act of heroism, she grabs the cursed baled puri right out of the woman's hand, and she eats it herself. And just like that, the Chudal smiles, grabs Radhika, and they both just vanish, leaving Pankaj all alone, absolutely shattered.
But that's not the end of the story. Not even close. Pankaj is heartbroken, of course, but he knows he can't give up. He has to keep their mission going, even if he's alone now. So the very next night, he gets back on that train, steeling himself to face the monster that took his wife.
So there he is, sitting in his usual seat, just waiting. He's about to shout his warning, just like always, but this time his heart is just broken. He knows he probably can't stop the witch alone, but he has to try. And then, right on time, a veiled Bhelpuri seller walks into the carriage.
But wait, something's different about this one. This Bhelpuri seller walks straight over to Pankaj, and she offers him a plate for free. Before he can even say anything, she puts a bite in his mouth. And in that one instant, as he tastes it, he gets it. He understands everything. Because the woman under the veil, it's not the old witch. It's Radhika.
So get this for a twist. When Radhika ate the cursed food, she became a Chudale too. But, and this is the amazing part, she didn't turn evil. Instead, she used her new supernatural powers to hunt down the original witch and destroy her for good. She took her place not to hurt people, but to protect them. She became the train's new guardian.
Which leaves us with this incredible question, right? Radhika's sacrifice turned her into the exact same monster she was fighting, but instead of letting the curse define her, she turned it into her calling. She literally became a monster to defeat a monster, and in doing so, she made sure no one would ever have to be afraid of the Bhelpuri ghost of Rajgarh Station again.